Welcome to this episode of Estate Planning Secrets Revealed. I'm attorney Tony Bell, and today, in this episode, we're continuing on in our mini-series designed to help rental property owners with special considerations for estate planning. Now, in this episode, we are going to talk about maximizing the benefits of property ownership and title considerations. So, whether you're a seasoned investor or a brand new one just starting out, what we're going to discuss today is something that you must take into consideration from the beginning. And this actually carries out into the entirety of the time that you are owning properties and as well as the entire estate plan itself, because you need to take these special considerations into account. The first consideration that we're going to discuss today is in regards to how you are holding your rental property. How are you holding your rental property? A lot of people, when they're first starting out with rental properties, are holding their properties in their own name as an individual. Now, that's the easiest way to hold a property. Say you have a house that you're renting out, or a duplex or a fourplex. I understand a lot of people do that. They will hold the property in their own name. However, that can be very problematic, because if someone gets injured at the property, whether a guest or someone that is renting from you, or if anything happens, they can go after your other personal assets. And so although this is the easiest form of holding, it is also the most, it leaves you the most open, and you can accrue much legal liability through holding a rental property in your own name. So that's one way, though, that you can hold a rental property. Another way that you can hold the property, and the reason why we're talking about the way that you hold it is because the way that it's held right now does not have to be the way that you continue to hold it, as well as it does need to be designated, and you need to think about how do you want it held in the future in your estate plan that you're creating. So let's move forward. So another way that people will hold a rental property is as a partnership. It could be a partnership between two people. It could be a partnership between a person and a business or an entity. And, that is also a very potentially volatile legal situation, because when this is worse than even holding it individually for in some scenarios, because whatever your partner does in this scenario, you are legally responsible for as well. And so it opens you up to liability with your property, but then also a possibility of liability that may flow from your partner. And so you really want to take into consideration, do I want to hold this property in a partnership? It's very questionable. Now, what some people do, and many do this in order to ensure their own personal protection, is they will hold a property in an entity such as an LLC. Now, an attorney can help you to form an LLC, and it's not very difficult. It does provide additional layers of protection for you as the property owner. However, just a consideration is depending on the dynamics of your family and the finances, there are some additional costs, fees that have to be paid, when you have an LLC. However, it does provide additional protection for your family and for you as an individual. So that, understanding these different nuances will help you to tailor your property ownership to your specific needs and to your goals. So these are important considerations. Now, let's move on from the focus on holding to title, because however you are holding the property, you have to ensure that your title for the property reflects the holding. And title needs can change based on your living situations and just life as a whole. So if you get divorced, if someone dies, if you have children, if there are changes in your situations, you need to make sure that your title is updated as well, because if you don't, it can cause legal trouble for you in the future and possible lawsuits surrounding your property. So my advice to you today is inspect your title regularly. Make a habit of at least annually just checking on the title, what is on the title, and make sure, spend the 5 minutes, 10 minutes to inspect title and make sure that it is up to date, that it reflects your holding, how you're holding your property, how you want it held, and that it's reflecting at what your goals are, what you're wanting. All of these can be accomplished with the help of an attorney, and your estate planning attorney should be able to help you with most of these tasks that I'm giving you. It's really important to include an attorney because they have experience with these things. They can help you and discuss with you what your goals are and what you want and what your family needs, so that this can all be included as part of your estate plan while you're alive, your contingency plan if something happens to you, and the estate plan if something were to happen to you and you are no longer here on this earth. Then you need to have all of this in writing so that there's a proper transition of your properties and your rental property is secure for generations to come, securing your legacy. I'm attorney Tony Bell. This has been Estate Planning Secrets Revealed. Join me in the next episode when we further talk about estate planning needs for rental property owners. I look forward to seeing you there, and you take care. Have a great day.